today? It's Motivational Monday. How are you? I hope everybody had a good weekend. I had a good weekend. I mean, I wanted to go do one thing and it didn't work out. It was, I would have been taking a trip to New York and I got tires, but I didn't get brakes. So I have to get me some brakes. And they were trying to tell me that I can't get my rotors cut. I need new rotors, and they're not going to put the brakes on there with the rotors looking like that. But I'm almost sure. I just bought rotors. Was that last year? I'm not sure. I'm not positive, but I thought it was last year. Anyway, I didn't get my brakes done, but I got to get it done before I go to Maryland for Thanksgiving. So I have an appointment to come back this weekend. Anyway, what I did do, I was local. I went to church. I had a good time in church. Me and my girlfriend, Lorraine, I went with her to her house after church because they was having another session at 3:30 at church. And I wanted to go back. So, oh my gosh, she fed me so lovely. I was so full. But we just talked and chit-chatted. And then when we went to church, we went to the second session, they confirmed our conversation, in the service. It was like confirmation, It's, oh my God, God is so good. God is so good. He takes care of his children, and he loves his favored ones, because he definitely was showing us favor. He wanted us to know, yes, I got you, boo. I got both of y'all. I got y'all. So I'm just in love with me some Lord. Jesus, love you. Hey, boo. Anyway, I had a good time. So I thought we were off today for Veterans Day. And my boss told me, no, we open. Don't even think about it. Anyway, it's Motivational Monday. How are you? Get it together, people. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Let's start today with our affirmation of meditation. How about that? That'll wake you up. Okay? All right. I give myself permission to be loved. It is my divine right to be loved by the Lord. I give myself permission to be loved. It is my divine right to be loved by the Lord. I give myself permission to be loved. It is my divine right to be loved by the Lord. Say it. I give myself permission to be loved. It is my divine right to be loved by the Lord. I give myself permission to be loved. It is my divine right to be loved by the Lord. I give myself permission to be loved. It is my divine right to be loved by the Lord. Believe it. I give myself permission to be loved. It is my divine right to be loved by the Lord. I give myself permission to be loved. It is my divine right to be loved by the Lord. I give myself permission to be loved. It is my divine right to be loved by the Lord. Be it. It is my divine right to be loved by the Lord. I give myself permission to be loved. It is my divine right to be loved by the Lord. I give myself permission to be loved. It is my divine right to be loved by the Lord. Let's say it one more time. I give myself permission to be loved. It is my divine right to be loved by the Lord. I choose the Lord. You can choose your husband, your boyfriend, whatever. I choose the Lord. Anyway, it is my divine right to be loved by the Lord. because that's the best love, Anyway, I want you to say this affirmation meditation throughout your day today and every day during this week, okay? And some of us didn't get what we wanted last Tuesday, but regardless to who's president, Jesus is still king, okay? And that helps me feel better about this whole shebang-a-bang. But it's all good. We'll see how that turns out, and I'm just going to get closer to the Lord, Anyway, it's Motivational Monday, and you have tuned in to the Brave Starrz podcast, and I am your host. Before we get started, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe, share the episode, save the episode, definitely download the episode, okay? And let's get started. I am Jenice LaStarr, and I am a survivor, a breaker of chains, and an advocate against domestic violence. Now, the number for domestic violence, the hotline number is 1-800-799-SAFE. That's 1-800-799-SAFE. 1-800-799-7233. Save that number. You may need it. A friend may need it. Help somebody out who doesn't know how to get help and is having troubles in their life. Domestic violence isn't only physical abuse. It's also financial abuse. It's verbal abuse. It's emotional abuse. And as well as, I should say, the physical abuse, okay? So if you know anybody experiencing any of those issues and they need help, give them the number. We can't help what we don't know. So I just wanted to say, cheer up, America. Cheer up, Look for the silver lining. That's all I can say is look for the silver lining. I'm looking for it. Sometimes it's harder to find it than other days, but still, look for a reason to be happy and to continue on, because that's what's up, I was listening to this lady at, what did she call it? I can't remember the name of it, but she was making sense and talking about properties that you could put down on, and just a lot of, if I get some more information on it, I will definitely share it in the podcast. If you're looking to uproot and move and own some things, black owned. This is all about being, having black owned businesses, black properties, acres. She's talking about acres of land. So maybe that's what God was pruning me for. Because I wanted to move. I said I'm moving to Maryland, and right now I'm still taking care of some things I don't care to share on the podcast that is making me, is caused a delay in what I was going to be doing. But I haven't stopped. I'm still taking care of that. And the plan is to buy me a house, and I wanted at least an acre. I was wanting at least an acre or maybe a half an acre. She's talking acres, and the price is so beautiful. I got to make sure, I'm not just giving out money to people, but I'm going to look into that. And hey, I'm leaving my family a legacy. What you doing? That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, like I said, it's Motivational Monday. You've tuned in to the Brave Starrz podcast, and I am your host, Jenice LaStarr Simmons. Yes, I gave you both of my middle names to LaStarr. You can tune in on the podcast at iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, Good Pods, and you can watch on YouTube. So, let's get started for today, okay? I'm going to just brief you, really. You want to, it's all about trying to get healthy. Because, like I said, I'm a breaker of chains, and I'm breaking the generational curse in my family, beginning with me, for high blood pressure and sugar diabetes. Now, I was not diagnosed with sugar diabetes. I was diagnosed as being borderline diabetic. But I still, since younger and watching my dad take insulin, I've always limited the amount of carbohydrates I take in. I call them carbs. You can too, because I'm going to shorten it, okay? But if I'm having baked macaroni and cheese for dinner, I'm going to skip the bread or the, say I'm making eggs for breakfast, I'm not going to put it on any toast. I'm going to skip other carbohydrates throughout the day. I'm going to only have one of those because I know that those carbohydrates turn into sugars, and in them turning to sugars, that messes with my body chemistry because my insulin doesn't produce properly, and that's why you would end up needing to take insulin. So far, I'm borderline. What I've been doing has been working, and they didn't give me any medication. They wanted to give it to me because they said because I have a history of it with the family. But if I don't have it, you can't tell me I'm diabetic, I'm not taking your medication. I don't want extra medication because you think I'm going to become. That hasn't happened yet. I have not become diabetic yet, okay? As far as having high blood pressure, yes, I battle with that. I'm still battling with that. I do not cook with salt at all. I don't put salt on anything. And most ingredients that I use are one ingredients, like pepper or garlic powder, onion powder. I don't use garlic salt. I don't use any of those. None of that. You don't want to use those. Even though we ended up tricking our bodies into believing that it tastes so much better with salt. It tastes better with the natural ingredients. You don't even have to use the garlic powder. You can use fresh garlic. That's really good at lowering your blood pressure. That's what I've been doing. I've been buying the cloves. Well, I found this in the supermarket. They had some cloves that were already peeled. That were already peeled. So all you got to do is rinse off a couple of them and cut them up, put it in the eggs, put it in whatever the heck you want to put it in, your meats, put it in. It helps lower your blood pressure. And it's really good too. I mean, if you like the flavor of garlic, if you don't like the flavor, then I don't know, you're going to have to try something else. Buy bananas. Bananas help lower your blood pressure. Beets also, they help lower your blood pressure. So 3 things that help lower your blood pressure is garlic, bananas, and beets. What I want you to know is that you should be eating your green vegetables and green leafy vegetables. Some green vegetables are broccoli, string beans, peas, asparagus, okra. Leafy green is lettuce, spinach, collard greens, mustard greens, Brussels sprouts, turnip greens, cabbage, things to that nature. You can have fruits, berries. Any kind of berries are really, really good when it comes to your pressure, your blood pressure, So you do want to do a lot of berries, strawberries, cherries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, stuff to that nature, So yeah, get yourself some berries. And fruit in general are good for you. They have other, special qualities that are good in lowering. They may suppress your appetite so that you can, say you craving some chocolate or something you shouldn't be having, some kind of candy you shouldn't be having. Citrus fruits can suppress the appetite and make you change your whole mind about having that type of thing, You want to drink water. You want to drink half of your body weight in fluid ounces of water. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you need to be drinking at least 75 fluid ounces of water per day. Now, if you like tea and you're not adding any sugar in your tea, tea counts for some of those 75 fluid ounces. Well, not really. It depends on what you weigh. When I say that 75 fluid ounces, that's if you weigh 150 pounds. If you weigh 100 pounds, you should only be drinking 50 fluid ounces of water. And you don't get penalized if you drink more than half, but you want to drink at least half of your body weight in fluid ounces of water. So, tea is considered part of your fluid ounces, as long as you're not adding sugar or milk or cream or, anything in it. It's just tea. Anyway, it's Motivational Monday. As you can see, I'm tired. We did 2 services. And I didn't even go there expecting to do 2 services. I went there, and I remember they was talking last week about having another service. And I was like, yeah, okay. I'll catch y'all next time. Deuces. Nah, let me stop. I wasn't planning on staying, but my girl was like, you know darn well you ain't got to go no home. Come on now, stay. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to stay just because we hadn't talked and sat around and hung out for a minute. And it was a good hangout. It was a nice, oh my God. We just reminisced, we laughed, we joked. We had a good time. We worshiped. We, gave our testimonies. We loved on each other basically. And we shared, some of our life. Because our grow-up game, it's different. I'm trying to tell you, it's different. Now, who she was when I met her before, she ain't that person. And who I was when we met back then, I'm not that person. So we had to basically reintroduce ourselves. You know what I mean? You might not know what I mean, but it's all good. We had a good time. And we like the new people that we are. And we can grow together because we go in the same way. And that's what it's all about, growth. We were put on this earth to grow. You don't just grow from being a baby to being a teenager to being an adult and then you're done and you stay there for the rest of your life. While you're an adult, you're still growing. You should still be trying to grow your mind. You should still be trying to grow your life. Change your life, expand. Just because you get a job at one place doesn't mean you're supposed to stay there for the rest of your life. You are supposed to take what you learned there. You can expand. You can stay with the company, but you should not still be at the level you were 10 years ago. Not even 5 years ago, to tell you the truth. You're supposed to expand. So if you turn around and you're still at your same job, and you're frustrated, you can't stand the people at work, you don't like your position anymore, or you're bored, you're really bored. Whenever you are feeling tired of doing something, it's really time to move. It's time to do something else. You take what you learned and you apply it to something else to expand that and expand your life. You're supposed to continue to grow. When you stop trying to grow mentally, not physically, your body is not going to grow anymore. I mean, it'll grow older, but it grows older quicker when you don't continue to use your brain. Your brain is a muscle. Use it or lose it. So you want to continue to grow your life. That's what you want to continue to do. Whatever special qualities God has given you, because everybody has them, whether you believe in God or not, you have some special qualities, okay? Your special quality would be whatever you can do easily, without a thought, is your gift. And you need to be working on that and expanding that. I mean, some people can sing easily, some people can write easily, some people can draw easily, some people can paint easily. Some people are just good at organizing things. Some people can sell things easily. Whatever it is that you can do easily that comes to you and it's no problem whatsoever, that's your gift. Grow it. First, you want to become in love with your gift. What I mean by that is like being married to your gift. Work it. Keep doing it. Do it more than you do on any of the other things you do. You know, if you smoke cigarettes, do your gift more than you smoke cigarettes. Yeah, it's possible. Okay? That way you grow it. Because practice makes perfect. So if you keep practicing your gift and practicing your gift, you're going to excel at your gift. Even though you can do it and it comes easily, now you're perfecting it. So if you perfect it, you expand it. If you expand it, you start doing things. You never know what people need your gift. That's the thing. It's not considered a gift until you're doing it for someone else. You understand? So you have to use your gift. You have to find out what your gift is. You have to expand your gift, grow it, work it. God will bless you in the area of your gift once you're working on it, because God knows what you're waiting on when he sees what you're working on. Now, if you're just going to sit around and complain and, oh, I don't want this, I ain't got to do that. You can't. You can't. If that's all you're going to do, then you're where you are in life. You're not going to go any further. And that muscle, you're going to lose that part. Because like I said, use it or lose it. And the only way you can use it is by utilizing it to, not just only, but if you utilize it for your gift, you'll be surprised how many ways you can see. You might even have more than one gift. A lot of people have superpowers. Superpowers is when they got more than one gift, honey. Hone them. Play with them. Use them. You will be surprised at what you can do in this lifetime. You may not want to sell anything, but when you're good at what you do, people will buy it from you. You know, buy it, and they can make you rich. All you got to do is use the gifts God gave you, because people need your gifts. So somebody's life is being held up because they need something you have, and you don't want to hone what you have in you. You probably don't even believe you have anything in you. And if that's how you feel, oh my gosh, you are losing out. You have to love yourself enough to know that you are here for a purpose. You were put on this earth for a purpose. Now, I don't know. I don't know who needed to hear that, but I needed to share that with you guys. So, it's Motivational Monday. I love you guys. You know I love talking to y'all. I just want you to know that this is your life. You get one. Use it or lose it. Look at yourself. Think about it. What can I do easily that most people have a hard time with? It might be solving problems. You know what I mean? Math problems. It could be writing, or I don't know, whatever. It can be something that you can turn around and help other people with. If you know some people and they're in school and they're having problems writing out their essays for school, maybe you can help them in that area. I'm sure somebody will give you something for the help. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying sell your gifts. I'm just telling you, people they need what you have. Figure it out. What is it that you have? Hone it. Practice makes perfect. Hone your skill. And then advertise it. That's all you got to do. All right? I just love talking to you guys. But I'm going to leave it here, okay? Again, this is the Brave Starrz podcast. Please hit that like button. We're changing it up, y'all. We're changing it up. It's not just about exercise. It's about your life. It's about everything in your life. We want you. Jenice, LaStarr Simmons, want you to get more in tune with yourself. Not just what you eat, your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, okay? Get in touch with yourself and who you are, because that's what's up. You know what I mean? Start now, all right? I love you guys. I love you. Later, Gators.